2024 has been a good year for this channel. I had a goal to hit 250 subscribers by the end of the year, and I've been lucky enough to surpass it by being just shy of 300, and I have to thank everyone who's decided to put their faith into me and what I hope to improve on moving forward in the future. I joked around with Dorian on our top 10 games of 2024 list about how much I enjoyed existential dread and existential crisis situations in games, but the end of the year is that key moment when you reflect on all the life choices you've made that led you up to where you're currently at. This reflection can sometimes spark a what-if mentality, but in reality you only get one shot at it, so doing the best you can and trying to be kind to everyone is really all you can do. But what if a game decided to opt for this approach? What if you were given one shot to determine the rest of your fate in a game? Every failed boss, every death, every decision, all culminating into an adventure that will shape the outcome that you will experience. An upcoming game is looking to do just that, and I can think of no more fitting way to end the year, so let's jump on in and check it out and see if it's something you should be looking out for. Being developed and published by Mostly Games, a studio based out of Germany, Peppered, an existential platformer, is exactly as it sounds. In this world, everyone has become immortal thanks to the god of death being locked away with a power star that needs to be reapplied every year in order to keep the status quo. So let's start off by joining in to watch that ceremony. But all that shouldn't really concern you, as you really need to be looking to nail a job interview. After killing it in the interview, you are quickly promoted, and a surge forward in time sees you become the new CEO of the company that has now turned into one that serves the god of death after its escape into the world. Another measly 50 years of your life tick off as you get to see the truth that we all know in the business world. You are expendable. Now these are the choices you make if you are complacent in life and want to watch the inevitable creep towards you. However, what if a choice to break free from the constraints that bind you was something that you just didn't pay any attention to? What if the answer for a better future was in front of you the entire time and you just kept going through the motions instead of making that bold move to change your future? That is what is at the heart of Peppered. But as mentioned before, you only get one shot, with every failure impacting the branching plotline to determine how the story will go and how it will end. The experience mentioned before was my introduction to the game, and I was keen on giving it another go to see all what I had obviously missed. Turns out that paying more attention to your environment will lead you to a balcony where you can claim the star needed to keep the god of death sealed away. But getting it requires the intense showdown that is office chair bumper cars. Once you've broken free from your shackles, you are then pursued by a cop who does everything by the rules, but because you're no longer constrained by being a total square, you set off on your adventure of platforming your way to freedom. Along the way you come across normal obstacles like lasers, electrical thingies, and robots that chase you while using those wonderful lines that your boss uses in order to guilt trip you into doing more work because heaven forbid you get a day off. The cop continues to pursue you, and it eventually comes down to a showdown where you must avoid being hit by their projectiles. During this time I got stuck at a point where I couldn't quite reach a key to unlock a door, and I thought maybe I needed to purposefully lose in order to proceed, but it turns out there's actually a neat mechanic that I wasn't aware of where I could slide into a jump that actually would get me the height in order to collect the key. But lucky for me, this actually showed me more of what makes this game stand out. I got a cutscene where the cop requests to arrest me, but they're told not to. I then respawn at the previous checkpoint, but the cop is nowhere to be seen, and then it hits me. Every time I've died, the NPCs I've encountered had vanished. The robots that took me out were no longer there, the cop was no longer there, and only the environmental dangers lurked. I was able to get to the end of the demo, but I was met with a character that told me how much I messed up and wanted to let me know that I failed at my first boss fight. I spent 50 years at a company, I died way too many times, and that I still somehow have the audacity to think that I can take on the challenge of sealing away the god of death. They ended that conversation by showing me a little bit of what is to come. I think the end result is not only a unique experience, but one that actually has the potential to challenge game design principles in a meaningful way. The core platforming mechanics are honestly a bit bare-boned, but it allows for this interesting take on a narrative story to shine and unfold in a number of ways. What this game sets out to do is something that I will heavily praise it for, and will without a doubt be picking it up upon release so that I can explore the multiple endings, dark humor, and regret that are on offer. With no official release date set, it may be a little while before I can get to that, but there's no reason why you shouldn't at least give the demo a shot to see why this game will be occupying a cozy spot in my mind for a long while. But with that, that'll be it for this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another. Shoutouts go to Relativity, Naughty Dog is King, Chaos, and Kamikolo alongside all those who've subbed to the channel. The new year is here and I will be rolling out a bunch of new stuff, so I hope you will join me in this journey, and I will see you soon.